Hello and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We are in, well, we're not entirely sure, but we're fairly certain that we're in the cellar of the Open Hand Temple, I think it was called, which is a little bit odd given how we got here. So we're going to do some investigating and find out what's going on down here. Now, I have been told that we're getting awfully close to the point in the game where it's going to start just directly telling us what happens at the end of Baldur's Gate 2 in its expansion. I'm just going to have to live with that. But, you know, if we get an option to avoid the info, I may avoid it. But I suspect it's going to tell us because we need to know it. So, that's where we're at currently. Beyond that, not a lot else to say between episodes. We're kind of just continuing to explore and to find out what's actually happening here. Especially with this Father, is it Father Lorgain? Oh, yes, we also found more dribbles as well. Yes. The Open Hand Temple murders, yes. So it was Father Lorgain, who apparently is dead. We never met this guy. We've never seen his corpse, but we know he's dead. So, there we go. A plea of rest. Hastily scrawled and slightly damp plea of rest requesting to be freed of ill matter service for the duration of a 10-day, as the writer mourns Father Lorgain. Oh, the writer mourns Father Lorgain. Well, as Father Lorgain is dead. You know what I think probably is the case? If we'd gone into the temple, we would have found out that the father we were looking for was dead, and then we would try and find his murder. Oh, I think I got what we're doing here. An elegaic fugue in the key of D minor entitled Ode to the Impressed. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's music. It's fine. So we have this door which leads somewhere. We have this door that leads to a small room. Which we've already seen into, so let's have a look in this room first. Ooh, a scroll of Dominate Person. Failed a perception check. Anyone else want a shot at that? It's trapped.
The place is trapped.
You know what's even better? I hadn't even seen the fact that there was a display case. We failed? Oh. I'll roll again. We failed? I'll roll again. There we go. Okay. I'll lockpick. Let's see here. We passed. Wonderful. Okay, what's in the display case? 1 elixir of Cloud Giant strength.
Wanna dance?
Why was that?
These things have stayed interesting.
Trapped. What were they trying to keep people away from? Okay. Teachings of Ill Matter. A series of behavioral lessons as derived from a devotee's interpretation of the ascendancy of the god of suffering life and endurance, Ill Matter. Some of it is wholesome and with emphasis on gentleness and the alleviation of hardship. Some of it is a bit more dubious, such as the veneration of martyrs above all living saints. Some of it is flatly weird, including some stuff about self-flagellation, which is not most people's idea of a good time. Okay, interesting. The would-be saint. The book tells the story of a patriarch woman who gave up her fortune to become a cleric of ill matter, to serve in service in the outer city, and now seeks to be canonized after her death. Herein is the full true account of my bid to be canonized after my death as Saint Bridget of Ilmater, the broken god, he of compassion and mercy, and the one who endures. I lived a blessed life of every privilege a patriarch woman can fathom. My parents were loving and generous, my community warm, our larder was always full to bursting, but in the years after the death of Saravok, my eyes were opened to the world as it is, a world of pain and danger, a world where evil, if left unchecked, can thrive. I realized that my blessings had a cost. Why had I so much where others had so little? I could no longer remain in the gilded Elysium of the upper city and sought to see the world as it truly was. Okay, interesting. So Saravok had an effect on the people of Baldur's Gate in that they were starting to see things differently. Which would make sense. Saravok, by the way, in case you don't know, spoilers for Baldur's Gate 1, was the bad guy in Baldur's Gate 1, basically. And I believe may or may not return in Baldur's Gate 2. However, I have no information on that. But there we go. Send that to Karlach. Miracles of the Outer City. A record of alleged miraculous phenomena in the outskirts of Baldur's Gate attributed to Ilmater. Customer of Gildro Angeliron. I did also notice, we noticed this last episode, when the fledgling said Angel Iron, I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense than Angelarian. It's Angel Iron. It's very easy, actually. Anyway, reckons he healed up a mighty quick from a painful forge burn. Asked if Ilmater had something to do with it, the irksome talkative gent outside Carmen's, powerful agent of suffering. Soup still showing up at refugee camp even after temple closed kitchen. Curious. Man's hands tied together in horse reins claims he's a holy symbol. Menep Nestor reports feeling close to his duty since relocation to the refugee camp. Huh. Interesting. So these are people reporting miracles, and then they're having to investigate it. Huh. This is an odd basement. I'm wondering what the main purpose of this area is, but that's okay. It was just to keep records, basically. And health potions. You know, I don't care about what the purpose of this place is anymore. They keep health potions here. That's all I need to know. It's a good place. Okay, stuff about the weave.
Swift as my feet
See
can
here.
carry me.
Anything in there? Nope. Turn that on. And we will carry on just investigating. Do these sell? We just have a look here. These do sell for quite a lot, actually. Good. Well, we will send these to Karlach then. And then get Karlach to pick up the rest of them. Now, we could also heal if we wanted to at some point here. Given that we're a little bit, you know, low on health. But I think we should actually be fine. We tend to die or, like, take no damage in fights. We don't tend to do, like, you know, taking chip damage very much on us. So this is fine. Let's open this door. So what's that leading us to? Something. But we don't know what that is yet, currently. Okay. You know what? Let's investigate in the room next door and then loot. Ah, this is leading us out. Okay, Karlach. Let's grab some loot. Don't grab hammers, because they sell for basically nothing. And they weigh a lot. Rotten tomatoes, on the other hand, absolutely fine to pick up. Okay, we'll also turn on the candle.
Oh yeah.
That provides almost zero light to the room. Good. Good. Grab that. Also nothing in here. Okay. Yeah, pile of towels. That's definitely going to be worth a lot. People are definitely after used towels. It's the #1 resource that everybody in this world needs. Got to know where your towel is. Right. Grab that. That. And some of that. Some of that. Absolutely nothing in this place, but that's fine by me. Grab it all. It's all just junk. There we go. More junk. More junk. I get the feeling this is a junk room, but that's okay. That's fine. It's trying its best. Right. Let's be us, and then we know we've got a ladder that takes us out of here, but what's through this door with this weird goat on it? I don't really know what that's a symbol of. Maybe it's a symbol of Ilmater, which would make sense, but let's have a look. What's behind the goat door? Oh, I see. It's sarcophaguses. Sarcophagi.
Here lies Satida Atana, born 1411 DR, died 1485 DR.
Interesting. I don't know what the date is.
Here lies Reloric Windbane, born 1399 DR, died 1486 DR.
I recognize the name for some reason.
Here lies Sister Shira Clarwin, date of birth unknown, died 1491 DR.
What?
The amulet spirit's granddaughter. She's already gone.
What? I wasn't even on this quest. We've just... Alright. Hey, Amulet, we found your granddaughter and she's dead? How do I summon anything? Talk to the sentient amulet.
Thou shalt return to me. Thou shalt have my blessing.
Focus on this entity. What are its intentions?
Beneath the rampant joy, you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you, but that doesn't mean he won't.
Okay, I'm afraid your granddaughter has passed away.
Oh, no. This cannot, must not, shall not be. You must open her tomb in the open-hand temple post-haste. She may bless us, even beyond the veil.
Alright. Still with the keep the amulet
You
equipped.
feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
Alright, well. Let's open it.
Darling Shira, faithful to the crying god, long didst I wait, only to find thine empty flesh. Gone, thou might be, alas.
What are we doing here? Am I looting it? Possessed. Hello.
Oh, honored Shira, her spirit hath fled, and her body but merely a husk. Swear I did to shed this foul mania and bestow it upon Shira. She was to endure, to suffer, as was her god Ilmata's wont. Who now shall bear the madness Shah has wrought on me, so I might no longer suffer? Oh, shall it be thou?
No. Ponder what you know of the monk's affliction. What are the consequences of accepting it? Alright.
The monk himself holds your answer. Tasha's hideous laughter is a powerful skill, but earning it may come at the cost of wisdom.
Gods no, I don't want to inherit your curse.
Oh, well, if laugh I must, let our alliance end on a lark.
Oh, you're going to attack me. Oh, I see. They're all back. Alright, well, luckily we cannot be surprised, which is a good start. Well, let's have a look at these guys. So these guys have poison immunity and that's it. Well, rage. You're already threatened apparently here, so that's fine. So just attack this one. Don't need to move to threaten it. There we go. That's fine. They're gonna start moving in at us. You know what? Imp, attack. Just interrupt there. Hey, I managed to get the imp to take some damage. That's what I was aiming for. Stab. Huge damage. Love it. Right, and again. Okay.
Let's turn someone inside out.
Can you... No, you can't walk away. That's fine.
This
Will?
is my time.
Yeah, this is fine. Blast. Nice. That should give Astarion a route through.
Cut and run.
It does. Nice. Oh, that's all the only one we needed to kill.
Have a lot on my mind.
Eternally cast then, my spirit be. No. Morning Lord, I call to thee, lend your forbearance. No.
Yeah, I wasn't giving
I
up
hate it
wisdom
had
to
end
do
like
that.
this. A torturous fate by any measure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for him, but like, I wasn't gonna take that. That just seems like that would be
Put the wind
bad
back in my
for
sails.
us, generally.
What path lies before me?
Anyone have any good loot on them? Nope. Well, hopefully nobody comes down here and has a look at that. But we finished a quest. Not a quest I expected to even have, but, you know, I finished it. Oh, we got an upgraded sentient amulet now. Now it has shatter on it. Ooh, okay. Well, whatever. Voice the circle back on. Our options were either take it or don't, right? And it said we would gain Tasha's laughter and it cost a wisdom. And at which point I'm like, well, wisdom's an ability check and I'm not a spellcaster. So, for me, it was an easy choice. I don't know. Maybe there was a better choice there, but anyway. One thing I am going to do here is I'm just going to chuck all of those back to camp. And I'm going to chuck those... Well, I'm going to chuck all of these over to Will. There we go. And do a little sort by type. Do a quick save. And then we will head up the ladder to enter the open hand temple backwards. This isn't even the quest. We were trying to save dribbles, and we've finished another completely unrelated quest. Hello.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave.
Said all you have to say? To who? You should probably clean up the massive blood trail before you go.
I'm not touching it. Not with a mop 10 yards long. That's Father Lorgan's blood.
Can you think of anyone who'd want to kill Lorgan?
Some folk didn't like how he looked after the refugees. But I don't think they'd kill him for it. At least, I hope they wouldn't. That's a scary thought.
Okay. I definitely get the feeling we should have started this quest from the other side. What are you? What are you?
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
We're not talking about the elephant. Don't apologize. Brilgor couldn't have killed Father Lorgan. He doesn't fit the killer's profile.
Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power, well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder.
Let me help you. I'll look around and see if there's anything to prove Brilgor innocent.
Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
Where can I find the investigator?
Charette's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case.
Why is she an elephant? Any idea what I should be looking for?
Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really.
Okay, I best get going.
I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
But I did, though, didn't I? Extra planar agent? Take up the investigation. Okay. Investigate Frago's flop house and find a use for the flower key. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Just getting very confused at how we just appear places and then it's like, you know, Now we're doing this again. Like, we've definitely done this in an odd order. Hello, Brother Clements.
We let more outsiders in and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelmane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out?
I heard your priest died. My condolences.
Thank you, stranger. Father Lorgan's passing has saddened us all.
Passing? He was murdered by one of the fugitives he was harboring.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid.
Okay. Sounds like your god would be proud of Father Lorgan.
Thank you, stranger. I take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
Okay.
Of exactly this.
Hello.
Exactly this.
The crying one weeps today. Our Father Lorgan is dead. Murdered.
Yes, I'm the investigator. What happened?
I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
Okay. We have people at the front here. Hello.
The priests will open the temple up again. You'll see. They're good people. Holy people.
Okay.
Bet you won't get kicked out of the temple. They blame us for everything.
You just go in the back way.
Can I please have some food? Oh, sorry. I thought you were a priest.
Oh, I guess I'm not allowed to give you food not being a priest. Alright, well, whatever.
If you're looking for Ilmater's charity, you're out of luck. They've turned their backs on us, like everyone else.
Okay, well, back in here. So we didn't find a murder weapon, but we did find something for Frigo's Flophouse and a flower key. Okay, let me just go through this again with the new information. So, we've been asked to look into the deaths of Father Lorgan and Brilgor at Open Hand Temple. Sister Yanis, the temple's rector, believes that Brilgor has been blamed for the crimes too hastily by investigator Valeria. By speaking with the dead, we learned that a dwarf clad in red killed both Father Lorgan and Brilgor. We need hard proof to exonerate Brilgor, however, and to check out the murder scene. We learned that Father Lorgan used the temple crypt to hide imperiled refugees. Oh, we should examine the crypt to learn more. See, I'm finding the way we should have done this the whole time. The corpse of Brilgor mentioned that he and Father Lorgan were murdered in a tunnel beneath the Open Hand Temple. We can access it through the temple crypt. So we came in the tunnel the back way as well. We discovered the name of Father Lorgan's killer, Dolor. A name alone will not be enough to exonerate Brilgor, however. One of the doppelganger assassins underneath the Open Hand Temple had a strange flowery key. We should find what it opens, and in Frigo's Flophouse. Alright, so that's the order. So we did things in literally the exact wrong order. Okay. And then we have Donick here. Assuming that the Flophouse is not here. Let's go this way. So this takes us back out to here.
Belfry. Bell ringers only past this point.
Well, I'm going to ring the bell, so that makes me a bell ringer. Right? Seems correct to me. There's got to be something up here. Why would you put something up? Can I at least ring the bell? A burnished necklace. Well, it's mine now. Bell? Perfect. Are we going to get told off for ringing the bell? That would be very good. Someone is moving. Okay, down here. Through this way? Nope, nobody's telling us off. What's this?
Infirmary. Justice endures, even in suffering.
Okay. Ooh. An end to suffering. A selection of rites for the dead and dying adorn this manuscript. Let the light of perpetual toleration guide your servant's wretched form to peace. In bloodied mercy hear my prayer. Our most ardent petitioners bring this soul afore your tear-scorched eyes, Lord. Blink and let it pass into reverie. The poison drained, the sickness quelled. As I deliver this body from that which ailed it, I render its soul unto your care. Mine. Encyclopedia Apotheca by Sandre Tolaire. One particular page's corner in this curative tome is more dog-eared than the rest. Arcane paralysis, common sources, suckling on fizz tree blossom, deep monastic meditation, curious mean locks, misk poisons, Carabasan's gift, chul extract, etc. Incurious mean locks. Curative solutions. Healing, abjurations, lesser restoration, etc. Restorative elixirs, general antidotes, remedial potions, etc. Okay. Wait, is this free? Ooh, Karlak, would you do the honor? Thank you.
Is that blood?
I know there's somebody over. Oh, we can speak to the dead. We can just speak to Father Lorgan. Oh, hello.
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day.
A bad case of scale chafe.
You'd interrupt me for something like that? Just rub a bit of aloe on. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dead high priest to see to.
Indeed. I'm investigating his death and have some questions.
What do you want to know?
Who do you think killed Father Lorgan?
I reckon Investigator Valeria is right. One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Lorgan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
Can we, like, talk some more?
Please, leave.
No? Okay. Well, I'm going to do something that you're going to be very unhappy about. I'm going to speak to the dead.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who killed you?
Dwarf, dressed in red.
Pretty much confirms what we already knew. Why did he kill you?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
What were you doing when you died?
Hiding Brilgor from fists.
Okay. Why were you hiding Brilgor?
Must protect innocence. Ilmater's will.
How did you die?
A poisoned blade. Paralysis.
That wasn't nearly as helpful as I thought it would be. Oh well, I'm looting the body as well. Oh, his chest key. Ah, right, yes, for a chest that he owns. Which we totally know where that is. I have actually no idea. Do you think it's back here somewhere? He must live here, right? So he must have a chest here, unless it was downstairs and I had just lockpicked it. Okay. Where does this go? Oh, this goes into Dominic's room. Okay. I see. Yeah, close that door. Just stop Dominic from seeing. Then we're going to head downstairs here. Just have a little look around to make sure that we're not being spotted. Okay, lockpick.
Don't give me trouble now.
Just having a little look.
Free for the taking.
Yeah, free for the taking.
Time to press ahead.
If they didn't want us to take it, then they would have put a better lock on it. There we go. Just a quill. That's what Father Lorgain was keeping under lock and key. One candle, one shirt, and some money.
Is deeper than it looks.
Oh.
A double bottom, of course.
Confessions, Volume 1, Father Lorgan. Ooh. Most recent entry in this journal bears particularly heavy quill marks and cross-through revisions. I penned this from the temple cellar, the only place I feel close to Ilmater's will anymore. I pass my gaze between the crests that hide my sin apparent, and I wonder, who are they to pass any judgment? They bark that those who arrive on our doorstep bloodied, beaten, fleeing from heretical hordes are dirty, unwelcome, to be shunned. That is a crime to house them. That it is a crime to house them, to bring them into the city proper. But my back must be broken so others may step to the light, so be it. Okay. Well, that's basically a confession about what he was doing, which would probably be a lot more meaningful had we not literally found everything already. It's just very, yeah, I think it's mostly my fault for being like, let's just go down that well. But at the same time, it was a particularly conspicuous well. Oh, some pugilist gloves. Perfect, that'll be good for our monk. That we still don't have. What's this? Divine Rapture of Ilmater. Beta text and battered parchment of this Ixi-nan manuscript date back to 4th century DR. And lo, he walked among us, but for a brief and brilliant moment the crying god wept unto our earth with the tears of a most fortunate faithful. He took the cur of Gehenna, this most defiled creature of murder, and held it in his immutable embrace. In his most perfect knowledge he walked with it into the sea of fallen stars. The cur clawed and screamed and ripped and tore, but he brooked to no quarter, and when the sea ran red with the blood of the divine, the wailing and gnashing ceased. The creature was dead. No trace of his commanded faithful remained, save for a humble iron helm, which washed ashore with near a scratch or sea rust about it. Okay. Register of Temple Dead Speakers. A death will often cause or in turn be caused by an imbalance of suffering. On such an occasion, a priest must commune with the spirit to see if they can address their imbalance. Please list your trained Temple Dead Speakers below. Dead Speakers of the Open Hand Temple. Lashbearer Katrin, Left Temple. Sister Tlarwin, deceased. Father Lorgan, deceased. At the bottom of the page there is a handwritten annotation. Apply for Dead Speaker training at earliest opportunity. Can't have none at next temple inspection. Why? Okay. Prayers of Repent. A book of furtive prayers for forgiveness to the crying god. It smells musty as if kept underground for a long time, implying that there's a cellar. Lord Ilmater, I beseech you to look upon me and behold my sin. Let it stand before your infinite patience and bulk in its presence, for while I am weak, you stand mighty. Let me be absolved before your weeping majesty, that I may cleanly bear the burden of others in your name. My knees may stagger, my bones may break, my will may fracture, but my faith stands strong on your shoulders, Lord, if you will let it. Yeah, so a lot of this is hints for what we've just found out, as in for finding all of these things underground. Alright, Easy Furniture's DIY. Practical Guide to Furniture Building, the False Bottom Chest. Now, this false bottom ain't an illusory glamour, but a surefire way of stopping your most precious belongings becoming someone else's. Prying kids, snooping house kiss, or even that overzealous city watchman all be stumped with this simple trick. Construct chest. See Building Bits Volume 2 for more instructions. Cut wood into the dimensions of your chest's internal base. Make sure to match the grain and hue. Nail some wine corks to the original base. Punch a wee hole in the new bottom. Drop the new bottom into the chest. If you need to move the false bottom, use a long bent nail to lift it out and peruse the goodies as you please. A clue to the thing that we just found. A well-tended garden. A non-denominational guide to gardening for faithful folk. Whomever you pop your prayers towards, everyone needs healing, and you can't afford a blessing or a miracle for every scraped knee. That's where most holy art of planting shrubs comes in. What to grow? Healing. Rogue's morsel, best grown in the dark and dusk. You can even plant these in cellars. Another hint to the cellar. Amazing. Balsam, the spindly flower that takes well to tall and chilly climes. Yellow musk creeper. Now, these ones are a tad difficult. They do feed on human corpses, which doesn't fit in with an awful lot of face, but think about it. It really does cut down on graveyard space. Want to grow poisons. Mugwort. This stuff cures any poison when refined right, but it does smell awful powerful. Stink out a whole temple, this will. Okay. So again, it's more clues about where that's going to, going to the cellar. Meditations. This record, penned by Rector Yanis, consolidates various sermons of Father Lorgan, High Priest of the Open Hand Temple. Do not, brethren, respect the wonders of the gathered society, for the decrees of those atop it is the duty of a faithful tormented. It is your duty to know when these decrees beget unjust suffering. It is not an easy duty. It is a duty that will scar your hands from carrying it, as it well should. We must at all times recall a central fact. To suffer is not holy. To suffer is a consequence of holy duty made practice. Ilmater does not enjoy his pain, my friends. He endures it because it is just. Our own pain is an acceptable price to pay, but it is not good in itself. Some may ask of you, if you are loved by your God, why does he allow you to suffer? Why does he allow anyone to suffer? The question is strong rhetoric, but it has an answer. One cannot be healed without first being hurt. One cannot truly know joy without knowing its absence. But to live a life full of absence, full of suffering, would be to know only one thing. We enact balance in the name of the Lord of the Rack, for it is right and it is just. Fair enough. Most Holy Sermons of Lashbearer Catrin. Commissioned on our ascension from Open Hand Temple's High Priest to the House of the Broken God's revered mistress. O piteous tormented, we live in wretched times. So eager is our populace to beg succour from the city's teat, and so readily is such succour available, that our broken god is seldom lamented to. The weeping of the fetid masses should fall righteously onto the blood-burned ears of Ilmater, not into the hands of useless bureaucrats. A question often wet on the tongue of Ilmater's loyal wretches is thus: Who does he bid us aid? How must we aid them? The answer is simple. We must give these sordid souls the tools to aid themselves. A working knowledge of the Ilmatari creeds. Unless these unfortunates know to channel their suffering towards the crying god, how is he supposed to intercede for them? Think upon these words, my children. And then Memoirs, Volume 1, Sister Tlarwin. This book details the path in faith of one Shira Tlarwin. Ah! Tlarwin. This is the person who was in the cellar, or in the tomb. Moving from the light is how he always phrased it, which I thought was a bit much. A ray of morning light dims the day, he would insist. I just can't really see it the same way. I can comfort, I can listen, I can heal. Of course my talents are best suited in worship of Ilmater. I have no ill will towards the Morning Lord, indeed. I think a shaft of his light will always shine in my heart. I worry too. There's something that glimmers in Pa's eyes when he talks about the light, and it's not something I like. I light to Baldur's Gate next 10 day to the Open Hand Temple. Maybe they'll know what ails him. Okay, so she was wondering what was happening to the person in the spirit in the necklace, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, we have discovered many things. We're not allowed in this door. Ah, now I know where that door leads. That's fine. Okay. We have discovered a lot of things backwards, so now we just need to find where the flop house is. Yeah, so we were meant to go blood, follow that, maybe go, there's a cellar there. Yeah. Lots of clues all over the place, all leading us here. Now we did have more books here as well. And like, the Soups of the Realms by Brother Donick. A selection of soups have been outlined in the sticky, often splattered pages of this missive. Dippin' soup. Sometimes you got nice bread and there's nothing better than dipped bread. Mash up healthy chunk of tomatoes nice and pulpy in a pot, get rid of the skins if you can be bothered, cut half an onion, slap a couple of garlic cloves with your palm, grab a couple of herbs if you got them, dried will do, cut a small chunk of lard or other fat, crack some salt and pepper, add to the tomatoes. Heat your pot for about half an hour or so until thick and dippable. Pick out chunks of onion, lovely snack, and garlic, smelly snack, and taste for seasoning. Taste for pleasure with some nice bread, a hunk of cheese, or just a scoop of your hands if that's all you got. Potato chowder. Look, if all you got is potatoes, you gotta make potato soup. This chowder makes it not horrid. Put your lard in a pot, a chunky one mind, and when it stops being lard, it starts being hot lard. Add any good smelling veggies, leeks, garlics, onions, that you've chopped all thin. Please salt this so it doesn't taste of nothing. When it's good and soft and good smelling, chuck in any flour you got and stir the mixture so it doesn't burn. Note for me, it's important not to burn it. Emphasize 2.5. Please do not let it burn, that'd be rubbish. If you're fancy and have wine or a generously stocked temple wine cellar nearby, add a bit of this now and cook it off. When it's gone, add some wedged potatoes and a lot more liquid, not wine this time or you'll have a headache the next morning. Cook it for half an hour or so till the potatoes nice and tender. Mash in some of them, mash up some of them in the liquid. If you got any cow products, cheese, milk and the like, add them now for delicious results. I need more recipes written like this. This is so much better than like the normal recipe where it's like, you know, you need to put in this chunk of this chunk of that, like with exact amounts. It's like just, you know, put some lard in, put some veggies in, chop them, and you know when it smells nice, chuck in this. It's much easier. Anyway, lo, a most joyous sensation. For the eyes of Father Sormal of the Open Hand Temple only. Field report. Bentan the Devout, Marpinoth 12 to 1368 DR. Today, a roughshod group of adventuring sorts happened upon my little patch of fire wine bridge, so I naturally espoused the benefits of our shattered saint done to them. And you conceive what they said to me, arch-sufferer. After I'd warned them of the evils of the most perverted of magics, this group of degenerates claimed to house sorcerers. Sorcerers! They would not heed my warnings about this degenerate magic, nor would they cast off all earthly belongings and join our flock. The feeling in my pit of my stomach as they cast pitying eyes upon across my pathetic form. What exquisite, holy suffering. Okay, Firewine Bridge. That was in Baldur's Gate 1. I want to say it's the red sorcerers who were there, but I'm not 100% sure. I believe that's a Baldur's Gate 1 reference. Suffering masses? To solve a scar or stitch a broken seam of skin is simple, but a curative for the soul, for the malaise of suffering that sits betwixt one's ears and in one's heart. That's a harder balm to apply. We faithful tormented must practice listening most intently in hopes that the act of spilling sorrow from stuttering mouths is itself soothing. We must learn which words to speak in fetid silence and when we speak them, but most of all when to let tranquil reflection be. Okay. New blasphemy, bloodletting, and the sanguine arcana. Penned on official House of the Broken God parchment by revered mistress of the house, Lashbearer Catrin. Be on your guard, mine faithful, for speculation and heretical wandering has spread among the broken flock in recent times. If you are offered blood transference, report it to your temple's rector immediately. It shall not heal you, it shall not deliver you. To suffer truly in the name of our Lord of the Rack, your own blood must endure. Okay. Interesting. So we're getting a lot of, like, lore here. Not so much on the murder. This mass book is used by the Broken Gods congregation during regular services. There are a lot of hymns about self-flogging scattered throughout the tome. Okay. We've been in here, right? Yeah. Colfax's Compendium of Consecrated Creatures. A little Matari bookmark in this uncharmingly alliterative tome brings attention to one particular page. The Holyphant, the most mild-mannered mastodon. Oh, this might explain the elephant. 'Tis rare to find, dear reader, a creature of such benevolent countenance as the noble Holyphant. The only wrinkle with the fine beast I have found is upon its leathery hide. On the topic of wrinkled skins, other angelic forms in Mount Celestia are gigantic, so mayhaps the skin will tighten when the Holyphant engorges in celestial size. 'Tis but an errant wandering. Whilst conversing with one of their breed, Lulu, I learned that the Holyphant averts its wants from mortal vice at all cost, and has indefatigable, buoyant, and cheery view of the mortal planes. I couldst not bring myself to quash these imaginings of our realm, and only hope one day we rise to this creature's conception of our kind. Ilmatari Combat Manual. Many would ask how the open-hand temples should respond to various acts of violence upon our persons. Well, it is a most sticky conundrum. We must rely on the gifts granted to us by our suffering god, that of curative miracles. As long as you can salve yourself, your fellow congregants, or even the wayward minds of your vicious assailants, that must be your approach, for we are not to inflict suffering, only to alleviate it. Besides, there's always a nearby flaming fist to handle that sort of distasteful thing, hopefully. Saravok Anchev, a study in suffering. Interesting. Okay, I will read it. A transcript of a sermon given in Baldur's Gate in 1368. Now, if this is 100 years after Baldur's Gate, I think it's 120 years after the end of Baldur's Gate 2 is what I was told. I'm trying to remember back. Then we would assume that we are roughly in like 1480, right? That's roughly the dates that we're working with here, like 1480 DR. Okay. Baal can teach us about suffering. Please hold your gasps, patient flock. I assure you there's a point to this unorthodox subject matter. I'm sure you've heard the gathering rumours about recently deposed Grand Duke-elect Saravok Anchev. They are true. He engineered the sickness within our nation's iron, he slaughtered Duke Elton, and yes, he nearly set Baldur's Gate and Arm into a full-throated war against each other. And all this for one whose name you should know with fear but nary speak. Baal. A murder most complete. This is why our work is important, you noble tormented. Suffering must be balanced, alleviated. We must bear its lashings upon our shoulders when we can. For if we do not, our Lord on the Rack's enemies will press upon it and allow its weight to tip and crush the world as we know into a bloody pulp. These are stakes. These are the stakes, my suffering lambs. This is the rod our backs must bear. Okay. So it's interesting. See, this is kind of like a reaction to what happened in Baldur's Gate 1 that we're getting here. We're getting a lot of reaction to that, which is interesting. Also, a lot of mentions of Saravok. Okay. Credo of the Rack, what's it called? Rack-stricken Lord. Lord on the Rack, weep for us. We are weak and you endure. Let your heavy tears fall. Let us wince on the salt as we sup. Shoulder our pain, we beg you. As we salve others gathered near, cry agony and we shall gift your words to souls that need them most. Okay. I kept trying to make that a poem and it never really worked. On the matters of soups and starvation? Okay. I implore you, Rector Yanis, Father Lorgan, to restore your temple's most wonderful soup kitchen to our encampment. My precious baby loved the aptly named meat slop you last served. Even if other ungrateful souls here turned up their noses, I can only sacrifice my own meager rations in his name for so long. Yours faithful, Fortuno Dibs. Okay. Baldur's Mouth. Oh, it's 1492. There you go. It's a newspaper. Perfect. How do I even process this one? Okay, just bit at a time. Calls to ban refugee help in Rivington. Picture of the elephant. Okay. Also, there's a newspaper publishing company. Okay. Refugee allegedly slaughters benevolent Father Lorgan, Inspector of Valyria to investigate. Armies of the Absolute massing around Moonrise Towers. Feywild Circus appears in the middle of Rivington. Fist recruits, only you can protect Baldur's Gate. Shunning. Upper City closed off, not a good look. Shress caresses deal. Luskan lap dance 2 for 1 with ostrich plumes. Okay, well it's 1492. It's good to know. Behold, Protection's future, the Steel Watch. The age of the Steel Watch approaches. The immutable logic and impeccable judgment of complex machinery will pass law without fault and without hesitation. Why must we risk the lives of those brave enough to accept the mantle of city guard in a fray with common thugs? Moreover, why must we risk the liberty of citizens at the mercy of the vice and caprice of others who will take the mantle for ill? Worry not, as the Steel Watch automatons take to the streets. Robots. Huh. Triad for children. This light read for younger worshippers opens on the following adage. On the first day Tyr saw the world's injustice, though his eyes were blind. On the second day Torm was slain and returned to serve the truth. On the third day Ilmater wept for all that came before and all that was to come. Okay. And now we have read everything. And it's time to leave. What's the plaque say?
Temple worship suspended until further notice. The faithful endure.
Okay, so let's head back up this way. Oh, there's the well.
You should do the same.
Oh wow, so we've literally just looped. Okay. So that's as far as we've come. So these are Flophouse, Sharessa's Caress, there's the refugee camp, I understand. So that was the beach that we were on underneath. We went under and back. Okay. So Sharessa's Caress is along here. I want to have a look at this Flophouse as well at some point. Ooh, are you someone I can speak to? Hello.
Oh, bloody dogs.
I see. Post house pigeon poster. Are you a kindly bird breeder with a love of letters, or perhaps you live near a park of easily snatchable pigeons? Either way, we at Sword Coast Couriers, to send in to serve, are offering double price for any halfable pigeons you can find. Contact Postmaster Arkwright for more information. Note, pigeons preferred, but canaries, finches, parrots, or any other household birds are also accepted. Athletic chickens are negotiable. Gortash coronation poster. Lord Gortash to be elevated to Archduke. Grand ceremony to be held in Worms Rock Audience Hall.
Gortash is being named Archduke. Time to pay Worms Rock a visit.
Our protector, Lord Gortash. This poster names Gortash the city's saviour, a devoted patriot of Baldur's Gate and a friend to the fearful and downtrodden. Yeah, so it definitely sounds like he set himself to be the Archduke and the saviour of the town, and then he's going to tear down the Absolute's army somewhat, or he's going to negotiate with them somehow so that he's in charge of Baldur's Gate, and then the Absolute are here or something. There's definitely some plot to leave him in charge. It's definitely not a... yeah, it's not turn everyone into Illithids, because he doesn't want that. Yeah, the Gate's protector. Okay, just see if we've missed anyone here. I don't think we have. Right, Lily Beanbomb.
Bet you want to know all about Stelmane's murder? Hottest topic in Rivington. Apart from the March of the Absolute's army, I suppose. Got today's edition of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette right here. You want one?
You know murder's not a good thing, right?
It's great for sales. You want one or not?
I was actually more interested in the story about the army of the Absolute. Do you have that one?
Ugh, that's all anyone ever wants to read about. I don't see what all the fuss is about. The Absolute isn't even a real name.
I'll take one.
Excellent. You enjoy that one, all right? It's really gory.
Okay. So this is 6 issues beyond the previous one that we got. Also Astarion. Oh no, his approval is dropping down significantly. I'm not a huge fan of that from our side of things. Okay. Merchants Guild declares magic item market saved by adventurers. Ritualistic murder of Duke Stalemain at Elfsong still unsolved. So Elfsong Tavern, I believe that is. Postmaster Danzo Arkwright in trouble. What is happening to our letters? Pressure mounting between Baldurians and refugees. We can't risk taking spies of the Absolute in. Donation drive open at refugee camp. Give a little, help a lot. Gortash's coronation imminent. Witness the first ascension, or the ascension of Baldur's Gate first Archduke. Bloris Meadhoney gives you money-saving advice. Okay. So he's killed at Elfsong Tavern. Interesting. Got a journalist here. And then we got stuff. Oh my god. What's happening over here? Hello.
Paul said the Flaming Fist would be nice, but they don't seem nice.
That's fair.
That'll make a great...
Get in line! We were here first.
I don't know what a line is.
I'm not going anywhere. Not till they let us through.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk past you.
Heartless bastards. If they just listen.
Hello.
We can't get in. I have family here. They said we'd be welcome.
Okay. Hello.
Take it somewhere else. My hands are full.
Okay. Oh, that also saved. I'm waiting for it to finish.
Great headline.
Damned outsiders. Swarming the place.
But I'm from Baldur's Gate.
The Duke.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around.
I'm not a refugee.
Well, do you have the means to support yourself?
I do.
My good lady, I am Will Ravengard. I will not pay to enter my own city.
Ravengard? Ugh, more like the ghastliest tiefling south of Neverwinter. No refugees. It is decreed.
I have 200 gold. It's like pocket change.
Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
Why'd you need my name?
I'm doing the questioning here. Last time. Name?
I'm called Daisy Dewdrop Fluffington.
Well met, citizen Fluffington.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
Oh no. What in the hells is that thing?
I am a Steel Watcher, citizen. Here to serve the people of Baldur's Gate in the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
State your business.
Well, Baldur's Gate is my city, my home.
Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still.
Okay.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known.
Whoa. My engine, it's almost, I don't know, buzzing. Like it's paying attention.
Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has heard the howls of slaughtered goblins. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die.
I don't really want to be arrested. I don't really want to fight it. I'm going to consent to be arrest. To arrest.
Your peaceful surrender has been noted. You will be transferred to Worms Rock Prison, where you will await further sentencing.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Oh.
Villains, take heed.
God damn it all!
Are we fighting?
Is imminent.
Run. 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 Wait. Good. Okay. We're good. I don't know what happened there, but we ran away, and that's good.
This unit is damaged.
Should we have run past it? I don't know. I ran away. Will, you want to speak?
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin?
Baldur's Gate was a safe refuge when I left it. This must be Gortash's doing.
As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
Okay. I'm going to do a quick save. I want to try something. I still don't think that's entirely Gortash's plan, what he was saying here, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright, new plan. We're just going to walk past these guys. And in we go. That worked, which is a huge surprise to me.
I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you.
Look at you. You're exhausted. You've been pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
Yes, we've got a teleporter. Hey, Crack.
The missus and I have been dreaming about the city. No more sleeping rough. Didn't expect to find it locked down tighter than a watcher's fist.
Hello.
Looking for lodgings? Don't bother. All the decent places are gone. Damned coronation.
Alright, well. Wait, are you a shop?
Rude.
You are a shop. Ooh. Well, we have made it to Baldur's Gate proper.
What's that?
Listen.
What? I just gained stuff for something. Follow the gnomes. We should follow them. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Just want to see where the update was for that temple murders. Oh, we have found the place. Okay. I think that's all it's saying. Where did the gnomes go? I have no idea where the gnomes went. So following them is rather difficult. Did they go this way, maybe? Oh, there's where the gnomes went. I see. Well, now we've got here. We can leave again. We can just teleport back. Okay. I'm assuming burnt out optics is it's like, you know, can't see. Let's follow the gnomes, as I was obviously doing the whole time. Also, hello.
Ah, are you trying to get into the city? Got a minute to tell me about your experience at the gate today?
Hold on a second. Who are you?
I'm Lens, roving reporter for the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. My editor sent me to cover the drama out here at the gate. He wants some fluff piece about the heroic Steel Watch keeping the mob at bay, whether or not that's the truth or not.
I thought journalists were supposed to be impartial.
We are, and I am. It's my editor who seems to have forgotten. Mr. Needle's gotten pally with that Lord Gortash. Suddenly can't sing his praises highly enough. Seems like everything we write needs Gortash's approval. Can't recognize my own work by the time they're done editing.
I'd love to speak with your editor. Where can I find him?
At the Gazette's print house. Though it's in the lower city, so you'll need to get past the gates first. Come to think of it, you remind me of someone he was writing a piece about. You, might want to speak to him about that. Set the record straight before the ink is dry, so to speak. Now, if you don't mind, I've got some edits to make.
Cool. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So that's probably Orin.
Our readers will be outraged.
I'd imagine. You know, it just kind of seems like that would be Orin again. A perception check failed? Anyone else got a perception check here? What was it even a perception check for?
That might be worth a look.
What might be worth a look? Oh, The Sword Coast Courier's key. Alright. Cool. Is this Nimble? It is Nimble. Alright, Nimble's here. Wait, is this not where the murders happened?
Leading right into that cave.
Or is this a different cave? It's a different cave. Just further uphill from where the murders happened. In that cave. This whole thing is caves. Okay. This is Angle Iron Cellar, apparently. Okay. Hello.
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
Alright. Hello, everybody. Let's go in here.
Stop fussing. One of those Gondian scrap heaps waylaid us at the gates is all.
That smell. You used the sun flash grenade?
Worked a treat. Watcher lost track of us right away. We'd have been stomped to pace without the grenade.
Hello.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regretting it yet? I spent a lot of time thinking of worst-case scenarios while I was locked in that cell you plucked me out of at Moonrise. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you, I hope.
I'm with you.
Good. We don't have a chance unless we stick together. Not while the Gondians' metal monsters are patrolling the streets. The Steel Watch, they're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime. And the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it.
Why put the blame on the Gondians?
They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building an army of them. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while this city screams. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our heads above ground, the Watchers are on us like flies on shit.
Huh. What was the plan?
Same as it always is. Eliminate the threat. In this case, the foundry where these atrocities are produced. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved.
Won't that kill?
Please. This is too far. Everyone in the foundry would be killed.
Quiet, Barkus. The adults are talking.
Well, this plan seems a bit loud for my liking. Messy, too.
That's what I've been saying. There may yet be a peaceful solution.
Fine. You want to try flapping your gums in the belly of the beast? Be my guest. But their idea of diplomacy is a steel fist shoved where the sun don't shine. So take the bomb. Just in case I'm right and you're wrong.
Fine, I'll take it, but only use it as last resort.
As long as you see sense, I don't care when you see it. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building. belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of watchers in no time.
Okay. I have yet another bomb. That's a lot of bomb. That is a lot of bomb. We'll stick that in there. Okay, well, we've discovered the Iron Hand Gnome's place. We've got a plan to place a bomb to blow up a factory. And all of this was because we went to the circus, which we still need to find a clown for. Yeah, we should get on that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.